Hey everybody, welcome to Saturday. It's 1:30 or like 1:29 and a half anyway. Hope you're all doing great. This is so funny. You can see these messages come up on screen and you like glance up there to see who it is, or it's hilarious. So today we're going to do some, I've never poached anything. I guess it's not completely true because like I make bagels and you put them in water and that's poaching before you bake them. But we're going to poach fish. Okay, as you know, my favorite big celebrity chef is Elton Brown. See, Elton Brown, good eats. Hey Mike, how are you? I was just seeing your other posts. Anyway, we're going to poach fish today. Wayne, sweetie, I love you. How are you? Are you doing all right over there in Minnesota? I hope you're behaving. Well, not really, because you have more fun if you don't. Anyway, what we're doing today is we're going to poach fish. I've never poached fish. I've never poached meat of any sort. I've never poached any fruit. Like I said, I've made bagels, but that's about it. And, you know, that you kind of poach before you bake them. But other than that, I've never poached anything like this before. So this is going to be new. We're going to do it together. All right. So this one is a really different. When you hear poach, you think you're going to boil something in water until it's disgusting, slimy, and not good. This poaching liquid, actually, and we're going to use an electric skillet. Now, I was raised in the great state of Minnesota, right, Wayne? Great state. And when I was a kid, we used electric skillets all the time. We fried chicken in it, we made pancakes in it, we scrambled eggs, grilled cheese, Swedish meatballs, we did all kinds of stuff. And I got over here to Wisconsin and nobody even knew. It seemed like they knew what I was talking about. I don't know why, but they're fabulous. We're going to poach fish in it. According to Elton Brown, because he's my favorite celebrity chef. So I have an electric skillet, which I had to borrow because I don't have one, which is fine because I don't use it that much. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this baby all the way up. And instead of water, the recipe that Elton Brown has in his one book uses evaporated milk. Not sweetened condensed. Don't try to poach meat in sweetened condensed milk. But it is evaporated milk. 1 can of evaporated milk, which that electric skillet starts up pretty quickly. I got it cranked all the way up. And then what we're going to do seasoning-wise is this is a 1/2 teaspoon of fresh ground pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. That's what this recipe called for. Believe it or not, I actually had kosher salt. I normally don't have kosher salt, but I do because of the pickles that we're going to try with this from last week. And it has 1 teaspoon of bay seasoning. That fish, you use it a lot when you do anything with fish or whatever. And don't get the off-brand of the bay seasoning. I happen to have the off-brand and it's just not as good. Get the actual bay seasoning. And then we're going to just kind of whisk that in there. We need to bring this liquid up to a boil. And I'm just going to kind of stir that in. The other thing that we're going to put in our poaching liquid is 1 small thinly sliced onion. The recipe calls for 1/2 slice of thinly sliced onion. I had a small one. I just did the whole thing and done with it. All right, so that goes in. We just need to cover this and bring this up to a boil. What's great about electric skillets is if you've never worked with one, I mean, it's got a degree temperature knob right on there. You know what kind of temperature you're going for. They heat up really fast. They cool down really fast. Now, of course, Elton poaches his catfish in this poaching liquid. We're going to do swahi fillets, which is basically tilapia. To my knowledge anyway. Now I could be wrong because obviously I'm not an expert. I'm not culinary trained by a professional. So maybe swahi is not really tilapia, but in my world it's the same thing. It's a white fish. All right, so, and see, it's already starting to boil. So I'm going to wait till it gets up to a bigger boil. And then we're just going to poach it for 7 to 9 minutes. And that's it. And it should be cooked, done, and nice and not real calorie heavy, not real fat heavy, because we're going to take it out of the poaching liquid to eat it. So we're not going to end up eating a can of evaporated milk. It's exciting. So what's everybody been doing? Been having fun? All right, we're up to a pretty good boil here. So I'm just going to, I've got 4 good-sized fillets. Of course, his recipe calls for 4 5-ounce fillets. I've just got 4 fillets. It's a pound of fish. It works out kind of the same thing. But I don't know if I'm going to fit 4 fillets in here. I'll kind of jiggle it around. Potato it. I'm going to potato it. All right. Again, if you don't know the family history of potatoing, let me know. I'll send you the joke because it's super funny.
Watch the other links.
You can watch the other links and learn about the potatoing. All right, I'm just going to make sure to get some of this liquid on top of this so that it stays moist. The purpose of poaching is, yeah, you can control some of the calorie stuff, but it's also supposed to add a lot of moisture or keep meat moist. That's why they'll do it with fruit a lot of times, like poached pear and wine sauce, because they're trying to get that moist fruit, keep the fruit moist. All right, now once that's up, oh, need to dry my hands. Okay, so the fish is in. We had the liquid boiling. We put the fish in with the onions and the seasonings. Now we're supposed to kick the heat back down, but my mind is thinking, but it's not up to temperature because we put the cold fish in, so do I need to make it boil again before I turn it down? But I'm going to follow the recipe. So we're going to turn it down to 140, 145 degrees. Now, this only goes down to 220 and then it's a simmer. So we're going to go for the simmer type of thing, I guess. It was boiling just now. I might leave it at 220 just because I'm not really good at following directions always. We're going to put it in there for 7 minutes and we're going to see how it goes. We'll check it then. We're checking for firmness, and it says doneness, but that's all it says. All right, so you want to try the carrots? Should we try the carrots from last week, the pickled carrots? All right, so let me grab a jar. All right, so this was 1.5 pounds of carrots, remember from last week, cleaned and cut. It was 3 or 4 cups of filtered water, and then some kosher salt, which I'd have to look up the recipe. I think it was like 2 teaspoons. We left it sit on the counter for 24 hours, and it got all bubbly, and it started to smell like the sauerkraut fermenting smell. So, and then once it did that, then you were supposed to move it to the fridge, to the door, for a week to 2 weeks. So this is at a week. We're going to try this at a week because it started to bubble in the 24 hours. Hey, Missy, welcome. We're trying the carrots from last week right now because we have fish poaching. All right, here we go. Very crunchy. Very salty. I'm getting some of the tang now from the pickled aspect. I like them, but that's me. I like carrots and I like the pickle flavor, but I don't like cucumbers. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave it in another week. But I probably won't be able to control myself because I love carrots. And they're still crispy. And they don't really taste completely fermented or pickled yet. So maybe I put it in the fridge too soon too. Maybe I needed to leave it on the counter for another day and then put it in the fridge. I'm not sure. No, it's a lot of guesswork. Cooking is experimental. That's what it is. So what have you been up to? Yeah, yeah. Missy, 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 you are so cute and adorable. So what we have in here, Missy, is we've got a pound of David! Another state herd from, yay, we've got Minnesota on here. Wayne represents. And then we've got Mike and Missy and us from Wisconsin and then David from Illinois. It's so wonderful to see you guys. So we just tried the carrot from last week, Dave. And it's good, but it's not real pickly yet. So I think we're going to wait another week and see how that goes. But it's good and crunchy and it still tastes good. It's just kind of salty, almost pickly. So we'll wait a week. So what we have here again is a pound of swahi fish. I love you too, sweetie. You're so cute. So we have a pound of swahi fish in here. And our poaching liquid is evaporated milk. Very important not to use sweetened condensed milk, but evaporated milk. 1 thinly sliced small onion. A teaspoon and a half of salt. A teaspoon of, I'm making sure I didn't give that to you wrong. Nope, that's what it is. Kosher salt, teaspoon and a half of a teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of bay seasoning. And like I said, get the real bay seasoning. Don't go for the off-brand because I think it tastes kind of funky, and I have the off-brand. So, and I got a big container of it, so I'm like stuck with it. I should probably just throw it away because it was only $6, but sometimes I'm kind of a tightwad, so I'm like hanging on to it. So anyway, we brought our poaching liquid up to a boil. We slid our fish in and we turned it down to about 220 to 150. Pang! Oh, you guys are great. Okay, so I got exciting stuff to tell you. Okay, first of all, this is Pang, and in August, she is going to teach us how to make red curry soup. I am so excited about this. So she's going to come over here and she's going to teach us how to make red curry soup. I'm so excited about this. And then actually, because of the summer, we are going to do some smoking soon. Not rolled joints like when I was in high school or college or, you know, when I was younger. We're going to smoke some meat. And we're going to talk about smoking. I've got a friend who is a phenomenal pit master. I mean, this man can... he's a miracle worker with a smoker, okay? So, yeah, we're going to be doing that really soon. He's going to talk about how some of us normal people... Oh, that's a great idea, David. Maybe I can do that. I can donate the stuff that I don't like to a food bank. You're so smart. See, you were saying, what good am I? Well, there you are. You just gave me a great idea. Thank you. But he's going to... My friend, his name is Fred. He's awesome. He is going to teach us about smokers and what we can do as a normal Joe Blow. Hey, it's my stepmother, Amla. How are you? We're poaching fish today. That is right. You're so cute. So, yeah, we're poaching fish today, and we're talking about what we're going to do in the future. We got some guests coming on. Pang is going to teach us how to make red curry soup this fall. And, yes, it is open, Missy. It is open. So if you're in town and you would like it, you can have it, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. You should really buy the real bay stuff. So we've got 2 minutes left on the fish. I hesitate to open it just in case, but I'm going to. Because sometimes, you know, like with cakes, if you open the oven, it kind of goes... But this is fish, and we're just poaching, so it should be fine. And it definitely does not... It does look... Okay, Jake, can you bring them a little closer? You can tell that it is cooking because you can tell the color changes on the fish. There you go. Okay, because you can see, like, here it's definitely raw. But here on the edge, you can tell what fish changes into more of a white opaque color. So you can tell that it is poaching. But it definitely is taking longer than what Elton Brown says it should. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it at that 220. I might even turn it up a little bit more past the 220. And we're doing this, everybody who just joined us, in an electric grill, an electric fry pan is what they call it. I'm gonna reset the timer for 2 minutes. Yeah, I'll put 3, but we'll check it in 2. And people don't really seem to use this electric fry pan anymore. When I was raised over in Minnesota, we used it all the time. I mean, fried chicken, because you can control the temperature. You've got that temperature control, and it gives you an amount, a degree, and it really helps you monitor that. So what we've done is, the fish is not done, in my opinion. It doesn't even look remotely close. Maybe it was a little too cold, or still a little, because this was frozen fish, it wasn't fresh fish. So maybe it was still a little frozen when I put it in, and that's why it's not done yet. But it should only take about 7 to 9 minutes with a fillet. So that is what we're doing. So what's everybody got? Oh yeah, probably because it is open I can't donate it. Well, maybe I don't know what I'll do with it. I might just have to throw it away, but maybe I'll feed the deer, and then, during deer hunting, if you get the deer that I feed with the seasoning, it'll be a more seasoned meat. See? Because we have a lot of deer out here. We have raccoons, the sandhill cranes, deer. Oh, okay, funny story. We've got what? We've got about a minute and a half till I check this fish. Okay, so we've got these spotted spotted gophers that live right behind our house, or our apartment. They're the cutest thing. They come up and they talk to me, and I talk to them. Guess what people use them. You're so cute, David. And this one keeps coming up to the door, and he sits there like a little dog and wants me to let him in, or he's talking to me or whatever. So yesterday, while I was working here at home, he comes up to the door and he looks in, this little spotted gopher. And he turns and he goes over to, I have a little planter sitting, just a little potted plant, sitting on the cement. And I've got a plant of basil and a plant of thyme in there. And he starts eating the basil. I open the door and I go right out to him. I'm standing right next to him, and I grabbed the pot and I had to shake it, and he stopped eating the basil. We'll shut the timer off. He stops eating the basil and he looks at me, and then he gets off the pot and he just goes just a couple feet away, and he turns around and looks at me, and he's just watching me to see what I'm going to do. This darn little thing's eating my basil. All right, so let's take a look. We've gone another couple minutes. Oh, see, and it's boiling. I probably shouldn't. When you poach, you're not supposed to boil it, but here I am boiling it. It's almost done. Yeah, and if I flip it, I'm going to break it. So we're going to, sorry everybody, it's definitely not done. No matter what Elton Brown says, and I love and adore Elton Brown, shoot him. Missy, one, I live in the city limits, so I can't shoot him. Two, he's just so darn cute. I'm a sucker for cuteness. I really am. That's why I've got these guys on here today, because they're so cute. Wayne, you're adorable. Mike, you're just so darn cute. And David, well, David, you are awesomely adorable. All right. See, and because we're doing in milk, that's another reason to keep the temperature down, because you're going to get little almost curdling, but not quite. Yeah, the edges of the fish are definitely done. The middle of the fish is definitely not done. So we are definitely, one, going over Elton's time, and two, the milk is kind of separated a little bit because I went to Farm Girl. You're so cute. Oh, bang! You said something. I have to read you. This is really weird. I get this feeling like you guys are looking up my nose when I do this. Oh, do you like it? You do like it. Yes. I gave Pang yesterday. She came and bought some honey from me. And so I sent her and her husband a few little goodies from the kitchen home. And I sent her home with a cherry bakewell tart. If any of you are into the British baking with the basil, that's what I thought too, David. He keeps eating that basil. He might taste good. But if any of you are into the British baking show, I've been starting to make cherry bakewell tarts that they talk about. Thin, crispy crust, cherry jam with this almond frangipane topping. And that's what she took home, and that's what she's eating right now, and she says she really liked it. It's not super sweet. I didn't make my jam super sweet. I actually put honey in the jam instead of regular they say castor sugar, you know, a crystallized,
Granulated
sugar. Thank you, sweetie. See, he's learning how to cook too. Isn't that fun? Yeah, it is yummy. I just love it. The cheddar bacon, but oh yes, cheddar bacon. I love making bread. I don't know what it is. I'm just into this baking bread. You guys, those bagels were awesome. English muffins, they were great. Of course, the bagels were better, and those English muffins were so easy to make. So I'm gonna make more of them. It's just absolutely awesome. Oh yeah, yeah. It's good stuff, Peng. Good stuff. All right. So how are we doing? Well, the one on the edge is definitely done. So we are going to scoop the one on the edge out so that you can see my attempt at poaching fish for the first time. Now I happen to have fancy stuff in the fridge to put it on, but we're going to go ahead and flake this edge. Yep, definitely seems done and definitely moist. All right, I'm just gonna sneak a taste here because we are at about our time, and I'm gonna let those other ones cook. All right. Yeah, that tastes great. Teresa, oh my God, you guys. Teresa is from another state represented. Where are you? You were in Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, somewhere out west. Teresa and I used to work together way back, way. Okay, so we're not that old, but a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. We were poaching fish today, Teresa. I've never poached fish, so this is my first attempt at poaching fish, and it's going a little slower than what the recipe book says. But it tastes good. I did take one fillet out, and it does taste good. So it's so great to see you, though. It's so exciting. All right, everybody. Before we leave, check it out. Not only did I kind of did my hair, not really. Wyoming. See, told you it was someplace out west. I've got my triple. In case you don't know, a lot of the festivals are closing because of the COVID stuff. So as most of you know, my sister is an artist. With chainmail and jewelry, so a lot of her shows are canceled. So you need jewelry, people. You need jewelry or you need chainmail of some sort. Go to roguemail.com. ROGUE, is that right? ROGUEMAILLE.com. So here's my earrings. This is my color faded pink earrings. Teresa, check this out. I think you would like something like this. Or way back in the day, you would have liked this. I don't know if you know. Big. It's a Swarovski crystal. Anyway, yes, aren't they great? So go to my sister's website, everybody. Buy some kind of jewelry or something. All kinds of fun stuff. You'll see some really great scale bras. Fun stuff. All right, so with that, I am going to check my fish. I'm going to say goodbye because I have kept you guys for about 20 minutes. And those two center fillets are definitely not done. So I'm going to let them poach a little longer and hope for the best. So my first attempt at poaching meat went okay. It tastes okay. It's taking longer than what the recipe says. And maybe my fillets are thicker. Maybe my temperature isn't completely correct. Maybe it was too froze, or it was froze, or who knows what happened. But it is taking longer. So I'm not going to say I'm against poaching meat yet, but I got to try it another one. Next time we poach something, we'll either go with fruit, or I've got a recipe for fish again, but we poach it in olive oil. So with that said, everybody have a fabulous day. Thank you for tuning in. We will talk soon. I love seeing everybody. And we are now going to eat poached fish with salad for lunch. See you guys soon. Bye.